Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Craig, where I discuss everything from films, TV shows, comic books, and I just got out of the theater from watching Zach Cregger's new film, Weapons, who directed Barbarian that came out in 2022, and that film was one of the most talked about films of that year, and a lot of people still love it to this day. I need to go back and rewatch it just to see how my opinion differs from just the compare and contrast with these two films, because Zach Cregger, I think he's on the run so far when it comes to horror directors. I mean, Robert Eggers, you got him, you got Jordan Peele. I mean, it's unbelievable so far. But the main reason why I went to see this film is because of Julia Gardner. When I first saw the trailer, I mean, I was captivated by the cinematography and the story, but Julia Gardner, she has been on a hell of a run so far. With Wolfman, wasn't really my cup of tea, but going viral again with her voice from Fantastic Four First Steps, which she crushed, and now this film, I think it's only going to get better from here. And Julia Gardner, I was aware of her not from Ozark, but after this year, after these three films, you know, three consecutive films in different months, I might have to go watch Ozark now because she is phenomenal. And I was first aware of Julia Garner from Royal Hotel. I believe that's the name of the film that came out a couple of years ago that she was in. But yeah, Weapons is a film about a group of kids from different households at a random night, 2:17 in the morning, just all of a sudden these kids up and disappear from their homes without a trace, without leaving anything behind. There's no signs of breaking and entering. And this neighborhood, it takes place in the suburbs, and this neighborhood of, neighbors, families, friends, they go ballistic trying to find out who is responsible for these kids' disappearance. And Julia Gardner, she plays the teacher she plays Jennifer, one of the teachers at the school where the kids disappeared. And it so happens that all of the kids that disappeared are mainly from her class. So a lot of people are hating on her and giving her a lot of shit and thinking that she has something to do with it. But there are absolutely no signs of any breaking and entering. The kids just up and disappear very early in the morning without a trace on their own. And what I really love about this film, what I really enjoy about this film is that each character gets a character chapter. So each character, it feels like everyone gets their own time, gets their own character development. And through these character chapters, whether it's Jennifer or Paul, the police officer, or Marcus, the principal, it feels like every single character we find some sort of empathy with them within their story. And it seems like, and definitely feels like Marcus was the only one with some sort of, the principal, that is, Marcus was the only one that didn't have any cruel intentions, while everyone else had some sort of motive, whether it was, the drug addict, who I'm blanking on his name, James. The only reason he wanted to get the kids, save the kids, is because there was a cash reward, or, there are several other things that I don't want to get into because of spoilers. But I love how this movie is shot. The cinematography is great. The Like I said, the character chapters, it gives you enough time to get a surface to get a fleshed out a fleshed out story from every single one of these characters to understand their motives and why they are with why they why they are how they are, if that makes sense. And there are a couple of things that didn't really get resolved towards the end. I felt like the film started strong, but it didn't finish strong at all. There were certain character arcs that didn't really feel finished towards the end of the film. It is terrifying as hell. There are some really good scenes where you should be focused on one thing, but it's always a diversion or a trick to lure you into a jump scare, which works really well. The score is absolutely terrifying and is gruesome in a lot of parts, but I just wish that more it would have been more brutal in certain sections of the film. And also, like I said, the finale, the climax is great, but the ending of the film wasn't as strong as I hoped it was going to be. Everything that was leading up to it was great, but it kind of fumbled it in the last, I'd say, 10 so minutes of the film. Everyone is calling this film like a masterpiece, saying it's the best that's come out this year. I think it's one of the best horror films that come out this year. But to say that this is better than Sinners, I just gonna have to definitely disagree with a lot of people on that sentiment, especially considering that Sinners has already gone down as a masterpiece, and I think more people are going to be talking about Sinners in 10 years than talking about this film. And not to take anything away from this film, but maybe I should see it a second time, which I'm going to do it anyway, because even though I wasn't really a big fan of the ending and there were certain parts of the film I wish would have been more gory and I wish would have been more gory and bloody. I do think that this is still a great solid entry into original horror films and just original films in general. This is probably one of the best films of the year because this year hasn't been, too great. So if someone were to say that this film is their favorite film of the year, I wouldn't be upset. All the performances are great, and there wasn't a specific character chapter that I felt was unnecessary. My favorites were definitely Jennifer, Paul, and Alex. And like I said, I think it was a great way to this film was a great way to show a small community being united to tackle one issue, which is to protect and save their loved ones, whether it's the kids being adopted or a husband or wife. It's also terrifying and really well done. Cinematography, the score, the jump scares are absolutely terrifying. Even the gory parts that we get, it truly is worth it. So on with that being said, I'm going to give Weapons 4 out of 5 stars. Let me know what you guys thought. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Is there anything about this film that you wish they could have done better? Let me know in the comments. Until then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to stay updated with more movie, TV show, and comic book news and reviews.